Hawkins here with Chickenhawkfarmstead, and today we got a deer feeder we're going to check out. It's a 30-gallon deer feeder with the XDE kit. I'm assuming that's the dispenser kit. It's supposed to be like an auto dispenser. Drops down, does a little twirly thing, and throws it out everywhere. I've actually bought one of those before. I still have it, and I made my own little hopper for it, and it worked. It was okay. It wasn't the easiest thing to really get out there and do. I think I saved 80 bucks, 90 bucks by doing it that way. This thing I think was $130. I'll put the price somewhere right here. Picked up at a local Roll King. It's like a Tractor Supply kind of store. Just a lot bigger. It's like a Tractor Supply Walmart, I guess, if you don't have a Roll King. Anyways, we're going to pop this thing open and see what all actually comes in the kit. I'm hoping it's an all-in-one. It should have everything. Kind of wondering if it's going to have the battery or not. Luckily, it uses a 6-volt battery, so I got a couple of those on hand. But let's get this thing open because we only got a week from deer season. And yes, you're allowed to bait in the area I'm at, so get over it if you can. Sorry. All right, open her up. We'll see what's inside. Oh. Not really a lot to it, and there really shouldn't be. Guessing that's our accessory kit there. Our dispenser here. Somehow it's got claw marks in it. It's kind of scary. If you can see, it's like literally 3 little claw marks across there. But, alright, and then got our holder, feeder, hopper, I guess. Hopper, probably the proper name for it. Got a top and a bottom. So that's the top here. Cool. Looks like that spins off. And some legs. So far I haven't seen any instructions, so we're just gonna keep winging it. Pop onto this one here first. Definitely got some legs. I'm assuming most of this should be pretty self-explanatory. They snap together. Found the instructions. Alright, let's see. We got some wing nuts on here we're going to put together to clamp that. Makes sense. Those are our wing nuts, or the bolts. The legs are 3 pieces, but what's cool is every piece of the leg actually is the same. So I really like when companies do that. It just makes sense manufacturing wise, and also, you know, when you're putting stuff together, because they made the end just slightly different just because, and it didn't necessarily have to be. Then, you know, it sucks because you put it together and you realize you used the wrong parts. Because a lot of people don't read instructions. We all know that's true. So, alright, this bar right here, as you can see, was very simple. I put on, the washers actually have a recessed spot that actually, like, it's a real tight little spot that it's in the shape of the nut. So I popped all those in and just flipped it over and they settled in place. And then the top part takes the number 2 Phillips. So drop them in there with, put the washer on, the bolt, drop it in, just put them all around. That was really simple and easy. The legs don't lock in the way they look right now, so hopefully that's not going to be an issue. These, because of the way they're angled and I guess weighted, seems like they're in there pretty decent, but we'll see that part when we go set it up out there. But yeah, so far this is pretty quick, self-explanatory. This should just slide on there and lock in. And the hardest part should be programming it, I would think. But we're going to find out here in just a second. Alright. Here's our module here. Where do we take this thing apart? Got a part here for solar power. So you can get a little solar panel. It's got the little barrel connector already on it. Make sure you find one that's compatible with the same voltage rating. You don't want to put like a 24 volt panel on here because, like I said, this is a 6 volt battery. But that's something you can find on their website, I'm sure, what's compatible and what's not. How's this bad boy come off? Alright, and I see these little rails here, and I'm thinking they're probably for the accessories maybe or something. I don't know. Because it'd be up here like that. There we go. There we go. Does not come with a battery. So, something you want to be aware of, I guess. Now that I think about it, I'm hoping I got the right battery that goes to this. Because it is the way the posts are and stuff. Check that. Let's look at the book real quick. Alright, now see, this is one of those things I call stupidity on the maker's part. Personally, you may have a different opinion. So, yeah, the 6 volt battery goes there. Some kind of weird configuration in there for positive and negatives or something. But it says the spring battery, like the old, I'm talking about from when I was a kid, flashlight batteries. You know, the old square or 6 volt ones they use. That's just stupid, because 90% of their hunting stuff, hold on a second, use this. So why can't they easily make this to use this? That's just being stubborn or whatever. It's kind of like making a product currently that uses the USB micro or mini or whatever, when everything is using a USB-C. You know, you're just doing it to be an ass, in my opinion. And, yeah. So, be smarter. Use what everybody has. Don't make your customers mad. Because of this right here, definitely not going to buy this brand again. Even if it's a good product. Because, obviously, they don't care about keeping up with what's all out there. So, that's my little rant for this video. Use these. It's a lot easier. So now, I'm not going to be able to use this because now I got to go get some kind of weird spring top 9 volt battery that I'm sure I'm not going to be able to find. I mean, these are hard enough to find, you know. So the store I bought this from, I mean, everything's gone. You know, 9% of things are out of stock, it seems like, these days. So making something that uses something nothing else is used doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? I don't think I've seen that battery used on anything. These, on the other hand, 6 volt battery. It's the same one in my kids' little 6 volt 4-wheelers and stuff. Like I said, deer feeders. God, quite a few things. But yeah, this thing, I ain't seeing nothing. Anywho, that's it for now. I'm going to throw this on the bottom. All it does is twist in there. And see about this battery issue. And then hopefully finish up this video here soon. Have a good one. Alright, well, I just got back from the local hardware store. Shout out to local hardware stores. If you got one near you, make sure you visit it. Saved me about an hour worth of time of having to drive all the way into the town to a bigger store or whatever. They actually had some of these in date and everything. So, we can finish this video today, which is awesome. So we got this thing here. We got it up on the stand. You can see it's pretty tall. The dispenser is about shoulder level. That's with the 3 legs on. And, of course, you can go, you know, down to 1 leg or have more. With this on, you gotta have at least 1 leg. I kind of wish this was just a little bit longer, so when you're transporting, you can leave this on. But this isn't that hard to, shouldn't be if I remember right. It clicks in. I'll have to look to see exactly where these little tabs are. So you got little tabs on here, one each side, 2 of them. Pull them down, twist it right on off. So that makes that pretty cool. Now let's see what happens when we put our battery in here, because honestly it still doesn't make a lot of sense. You got the 5 little things in there. It's got a positive or negative on top, positive on bottom. So I'm assuming it's going to go in like this, because this is the negative. This is the positive here. Slide this bad boy in. Really nothing holding it in there. Just kind of sitting there. Now, let's see. We got any kind of on or off or nothing. So, let me mess with it a second and we'll be right back.
Now, I told her wait after your video, part of the video, and she didn't.
What's up?
Papa, this is Mabel.
They can't see you.
They can see me though. Now let's get quiet. Harper, the video's not filming anymore. Harper, the video's not filming.
I do have it on pause.
Unpause?
On pause. On stop. Ah, no, it's still recording. Alright, so we just got down here. I know it's hard to see. Let me turn the light on. Got this thing set up. It held, I got 2 bags of corn in there right now. It's only full to maybe about halfway point, so it can probably hold a 4, I'd say, easy. We're gonna come in on tomorrow. Best way I can figure out how to fill it, pull the truck up right next to it. So that way, yeah, I did it right off the truck. She's in the back there, she's been watching. But it's all good. This thing's about to go off here in just a second, so we're gonna try to get that on film. Yeah, we'll be right back. Yep, okay. Alright, it should be going off in less than 30 seconds. I think that's a good spot we put it. We just saw the deer were right down there.
Where? I'm following your flashlight.
Yeah, and we're hoping we can get them up here a little bit more, up on this little crest. Pull them up out of the woods with this little bit of feed here. We'll see what happens. Alright, let's see. We got 15 seconds. Do the countdown. Ready, set, 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whoa!
That's all she wrote.
We could have added a lot more when we were filling it up.
Yeah, that was on the 3 seconds. We could do 5 seconds, but let's see how that does. And yeah.
Okay, how long?
Use this.
Okay.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Okay,
Hit
bye.
Pause. Nope. All right. Well, yesterday we had some technical difficulties finishing the video on this feeder, but I'll show you what it looks like now. And the easiest way I think there is to fill it, because you know where it is 6.5 feet, 7 feet to the top of it off the ground. So that's I'll show you that real quick, and then I'll let you know the other stuff that went on.
Is this how you want me? I'll zoom a little up.
All right. So for me, I think this is going to be the easiest way. Drop your tailgate, back up right between the 3 legs here. This tailgate's about 1 inch or so away. Easily open the top. Get your corn to fill. Do the pull string thing or just use a knife. Harper wants to be in the video. You can show her real quick.
Here's Harper.
Say hi, Harper. All right.
Now leave, please.
And just lift it up.
Okay, nobody can see you.
And that's it. We got that. That's 3 bags in there, and that pretty much fills her up. It's about 2 or 3 inches from the top now. I think three bags are gonna be good, and we're done. So we'll load up and take off now. That's all there is to it.
Bye. Bye, YouTube. I said bye, YouTube.
All right, so yesterday I was having issues with this thing, getting the turn on, and it never came on. So I was putting the battery in, had no luck at all. But I ended up calling up Royal King where I got it from, and they said, sure, bring it on in. Luckily, they didn't make me bring all this in that I already had put together. I just took this part, and plus it came boxed individually, as you saw. Took it in there, they opened the other box, pulled that one out, gave me the new one. I threw the battery in to make sure it was going to work, and make sure it wasn't the battery by chance, which I tested the volts on the battery, so I didn't think it was the battery. But gave me a new one. Here it is. I just went with quick, set the time on it, and did a quick set one where I think it's 6:30 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. It does a 3-second throw, and it's done that once. And I can't really tell exactly where everything is because it's hard to find. When we were watching it last night and some of the footage, it was out to about there. So I mean, you got a decent little spread out of it, a lot better than a gravity feeder. And we'll see how it works with a 3-second throw. And then you can also do a 5-second throw at the same. And honestly, if you would just want to do twice a day, if you don't want to do it at 6:30, just adjust the time that you set your clock to. So if you really wanted to do 7:30, just set your clock an hour off. Makes it a lot easier. And also, from what I've heard, if you do custom settings, if you take the battery off or the battery comes loose and goes back on, it erases your quick setting. I don't know if this one's still that, but that was a guy I watched a couple months ago saying that stuff. So keep that in mind. That's why I just think it's easier to do the quick setting than adjust your time off if you don't want that exact time or whatever. But if you still want twice a day, because most people want, you know, about 12 hours apart, first thing in the morning, and then at close to the night to bring them in, the 2 main hunting times. But that's it. Everything looks good. Nice, strong, sturdy. And then I wouldn't have foot pads on the bottom of these, but I guess it kind of worked because when I did put it down, you know, just kind of gave it a good tug and sunk those in the ground a little bit. And even where it's uneven, I was able to kind of level it out some. So cool there. So far, I like it. We'll see if it lasts through the years. We'll have an update at some point. And when if I'm not using it for the deer feeding, once hunt season's over after, was it February, I might use this for the chickens or end up putting this by the pond. I think there's some deflectors I can get and start building some feed up in there. All right, that's it. Like, share, subscribe, and see you later.